Hi everyone! Welcome to Contemporary with Maddie Lever. Go ahead and just get ready to have a fun class. Get your water, get your snack, whatever you need to do to get through 45 minutes of amazing contemporary. We'll get started here in just a couple of minutes. Let me turn on my do not disturb because my dad will probably call me. There we go. Just one more minute and then we're gonna get started. Yeah, okay. Feeling zen right now. I had yesterday off of school and today off of school, so I'm feeling like at peace because I got to sleep in until like 9 a.m. Amazing. I usually get up at like 6:15, so sleeping in until 9 a.m. I was like, Anyways, so feel nice and relaxed, ready to do some dancing today. This will be the first time that I dance today, so this should be interesting. So let's go ahead and get started with a warm-up. We're gonna do a glute warm-up that we haven't done in a hot minute. So it starts laying on our side. I usually do this warm-up up against a wall with my back up against a wall, and then my heel will be sliding against the wall. But I won't do that right now so that you guys can see me better, because if I go all the way back there, that's not going to be the best. So feel free if you would like to use a wall. If not, you are more than welcome to just use the air. Anyways, we begin. 8 lifts up, and then we turn it out, and we go 8 lifts up again, and then we turn it in and go 8 lifts up again. Yeah, and then we just simply, ow, I have a toe split and it kind of hurts. Rotate to the other side, 8 lifts up, turn it out, 8 lifts up. So I just did something very bad when I went to go turn out. Make sure you don't roll onto the back of your hip to try to turn out this leg. Make sure you use your rotators to rotate it. See how my turnout, it's not that great, but this is my honest turnout. And then we turn it and do 8 lifts. And then we'll repeat right side and then left side. Also make sure that your ribs aren't sticking out while we do this, yeah? It's important to keep those engaged. Think of ribs to spine, yeah? Really cinched together so we're engaging our abs while working out our glutes. It's like a 2-for-1. Who could want anything more? Okay, let's go ahead. I'm gonna turn on some music and we're gonna get going. We're gonna use the song that was just on, but that's okay, I love this song. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turning out. 1. Stay forward on that leg. Don't rock back. 2. 7, 8. Here we go. 2 tape running from like here all the way up to like here. So whenever I walk, it like stops my range of motion. So I'm like walking like so awkwardly now. So whenever I walk in the camera, I'm probably like this or something. Not limping, and just like it's a new range of motion. Anyways, let's do some plies. We'll go 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna go plie over the toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Grand plie. 2, 3, 4. Tendu and right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's fine. Then to second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to fourth. We go. Plie and plie. Oh my gosh, I just fell forward. Engage those glutes, keep that weight evenly distributed between both legs. I just kept too much weight on the front leg and I almost fell. So, learn from my mistakes. Plie, stretch, plie, press and lift. Instead of going grand plie and fourth, we're gonna go up and over, reverse that. Tendu, rond de jambe, reverse. Other side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up and over. Tendu to fifth. Front foot, back foot, rolling through. Grand plie. Tendu to fifth. Demi, rolling through. Grand plie. And then we'll tendu back to first. We'll port de bras forward, take 2 plies, roll it up. Same thing, tendu second, forward 2 plies, roll it up. We'll go fourth. We're just gonna go big stretch. Or away. Let's go big stretch towards the leg. Tendu rond de jambe. Big stretch towards the front leg. Tendu fifth. We'll go big stretch up and back. The usual tendu, big stretch up and back. Or backing up that second time. And then we'll tendu to first, and we'll take our little balance exercise, yeah? So same thing as usual. Let's get our plie on. Get those knees, those feet, those glutes warmed up. Well, our glutes should already be warm, but you know what I mean. tendu, first, plie, releve. Oh, sorry, no forward, just kidding. I got ahead of myself. We go, plie, plie, roll it up, tendu, second position, forward. I'm off balance today. With those plies over the toes. So I don't think we need to do any prances or anything today, so let's just jump straight into some tendus. We'll go first position, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yeah, we didn't do hands on our hips last week, but I just like hands on our hips. Yeah, anyways, we're gonna go tendu through the oh, we also didn't do parallel. I don't think that's that big a video, we can skip parallel. So we'll go from turn out, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why am I saying parallel? First position, turned out, tendu front, through the foot, off the floor, plie, tendu, and close. Tendu, through the foot, lift, plie, tendu, and close. Tendu, stretch, tendu, close. Tendu, bring it in and out, tendu, other side. Tendu, tendu, and lift, plie, tendu, close. Tendu, tendu, lift, plie, stretch, tendu, close. To the back. I need to engage my low abs so I don't fall over. Plie, stretch, close. Tendu, turn it in, turn it out. Slow tendu, tendu, and close. 2 tendus in quad. To the front, 2 to the side, 2 to the back, 2 tendu, tendu, front, side, back, tendu, tendu. 8 inches right, 8 left, 4, 4, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Yeah, I said that right. Sometimes I go like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I do too many. And then we'll take a couple swings per usual. Yeah, really get that upper body warmed up. And we'll just move on, yeah? So pattern again is tendu, tendu, and lift, plie, tendu, close. Side and back, and then side, in, out, tendu. Same Same thing, 2 tendus, taillé, 2 tendus, taillé. I love taillé thing. And then our dégagés, okay? Here we go. Here we go. Ready? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To this side. Side plie. Other side we go. Two tendus on clock. Pretty quick. Tendu, taillé, and front. Let's repeat the 2 tendus. Taillé. Dégagés. 1, 2. And ragdoll. Wait. Roll it up. Let down go. Slice. Inside. Woo! Take a deep breath in. Exhale, deep breath in. And we'll roll the head to the right. And to the left. And to the right. And then to the left. Woo, going a little bit. Nice! Okay. Good! Okay. Let's go ahead, take a stretch, and move on to combo today. Yeah, move on to combo. Stretch out that calf, right leg. And quad stretch. And fold it in, touching the floor for a figure 4 stretch. And letting that foot cross over for a cross forward fold. That was a little faster roll than I wanted. Go ahead, take a second, get a drink of water, and then we'll move on to combo. So same thing as usual, we're going to be working with this material that I've been working on for a while, and we're basically almost at the end. I am skipping just a couple sections of what the piece is as a whole, because there's some jumping in it, and I'm not going to make you guys do a soda shot in your living room. So maybe one day when we have a in-person contemporary again, I can teach that, and we can make the soda shot happen, but not at the moment. So let's see. I think that could work. We're gonna go from, why not? We're gonna go from the floor. And so this is actually just after a jump, the soda shot I'm talking about actually. You roll to the floor out of it. So he says, wow, that was a close shave, wasn't it? And eventually you'd become more and more adventurous. You'd take further and further out gambles as to what you could dream. Man, this spoken word, it's getting me. I know it so well now. So you're gonna walk your hands out on more and more. You're gonna bring your left leg out adventurous. Yeah, it's gonna like swing, and we're gonna do a little tail with it. And when we do that little tail, we're gonna move into a plank. So we're gonna shift from a tabletop to a plank. So I'll show you what it looks like to the front, and I'll do the side. So you'll become more and more adventurous, and you'll make, yeah, and then we're gonna slide, not to our back, I spell that way, but we're gonna slide and roll to standing. So to the side, what that looks like is, I'll face this way actually. So to the side, it looks like, and you'll get more and more adventurous, and you'll make further and further out gambles, rolling up as to what you'll dream. So if I went this way, I slid this way afterwards, I'm gonna tuck and roll. Really, you can get up any way that you want, but I'm gonna get up this way. And one of our motifs in this piece is every time he says the word dream, we take our fingers interlaced and we bring them to our forehead like so. You can either do right arm down or left arm down. It really doesn't matter, whatever feels more natural for you. So you roll up. So he goes, you get more and more adventurous, and you'd make further and further out gambles as to what you would dream. I like doing it this way when I'm facing this way. Further out gambles as to what you would dream. And finally, and eventually you would dream, you're gonna let go. On the second time he says dream. Dream. And this piece is all about discovering the individual, existence, understanding the universe, that kind of thing. So we have a moment here when we release, I keep doing it wrong, moment here when we release on dream, we're sort of having this moment of realization and understanding of existence, mortality, that whole thing. Very deep, I know. Very deep moment into the piece. I'm not saying I'm deep, I'm just saying this is an intense moment. So we release on the second dream. We have this moment of realization, understanding, and he says, and finally, this is finally or eventually, and eventually you would dream, let go, of where you are, and you look up now. And it's again one of those moments where you're like, oh my gosh, everything is clear. So let's go over that. So I literally have my phone on Do Not Disturb, and it's still, a call from my dad still came through. What is happening? Father. I knew he was gonna call too. He just calls at this time every Wednesday. So, we go from here. You would get more and more adventurous, and you would make further and further out gambles as to what you would dream. And finally, you would dream of where you are now. Yeah? So then from that point, he goes of where you are now. You would dream the dream of living the life you were actually living today. Yeah? So this is pretty fast. So he goes of where you are now. We're gonna, you can do any two reaches you want, doesn't really matter where. You would dream the dream, and we're gonna go to the left, of living the life you are actually living today. And you're gonna jump to this lunge, yeah? So, again, that's, you would dream of where you are now. You would dream the dream of living the life you were actually living today. Yeah, when you sink down into this lunge, we then go into a head roll, rotate to the other lunge, yeah? So my feet are just doing this. I'm basically pivoting to face my other leg. My head is just doing a head roll. So I go pivot, head roll. I continue with that momentum of the weight change into a floor chaîné to face the corner, yeah? So I'm basically going, facing this corner, facing that corner, facing this corner, yeah? So I'm going down stage left, up stage right, down stage right. To this day, I've been a serious dancer for a long time. The upstage, downstage thing still gets me. So we went, dream the dream of where you are now. You would dream the dream of living the life that you were actually living today. Head roll in silence. Oh, what does he say here? Dream the dream of living the life you're actually living today. You're doing the floor chaîné on that would be within the infinite multiplicity of choices you would have. I know. You're going to hinge on within the infinite multiplicity. Hinges are so hard. But here's the secret. The trick to getting an awesome hinge is just imagine when you're going down that you're shooting your knees forward, that they're staying that way. Yeah, because if you try to keep your knees back, then this whole thing is quad heavy, and that just sucks. So, you're going to think of, as you lean back, shooting your knees forward, and they reach forward to counterbalance your upper body. So, within the infinite multiplicity, yeah, you're going to reach your right leg across of choices you would have. Yeah? So my position laying on the floor is this. Yeah? Infinite multiplicity of choices you would have. In the silence, you are going to throw your right leg back and stab your right elbow into your stomach to make a rotation. Yeah? So, my positioning is this, but on the floor. Because as you pull that in, it can rotate you. Yeah, and I'm on my bare arm here and I'm not sticking. It's all about using your back and using your abs to get around. You don't want to think of pressing that arm into the floor to get around because that's not going to help you. You need to think of cinching those abs in to get you around. Okay? Let's go back. So we have from the top. You would get more and more adventurous, and you would make further and further out gambles as to what you would dream. And finally, you would dream of where you are now. You would dream the dream of living the life you are actually living today. Ooh, shoot down. Head roll. That would be within the infinite multiplicity of choices you would have. Then, in the silence, you rotate. Then you're going to come to your knees. You're going to keep going the same way of playing that you weren't God. Yeah? Or actually, let's go rise up like we did before in another section of the piece that we learned a long time ago. Yeah? How's that? Let me go check the time. See how much time we got left. I didn't bring my watch today. Okay, we've got like 5 minutes left. Let's finish this out. So he says God. We're going to roll on our butt, face the back, bring our leg in underneath us, and the whole something of the God. He says, and the whole something of the God, according to this idea. You just do 4 little shifts with that foot. You go heel first. Heel, toe, heel, toe. You look to the left knot. You go deep into a lunge. Then he says something else. You drop your head. You look. You reach on man. Get lost. And you rock back. Yeah? And that's where we're going to stop for today. Yeah, so let's go back from, you went contraction of playing that you weren't God. I think I rolled the wrong way, but it doesn't really matter. You face the back. You roll up. He says God again. You go 1, 2, 3, whoop, 4. You look. The whole nature of the God. That's what it is. The whole nature of the God, according to this idea, is to play that he is not. You look on not. Silence. We bend the knee. The first thing he says to himself is, man, get lost. And we rock back. Woo, there we go. All right, let's go over from the top one more time, and then we'll give it a run. So, we go down. And you would get more and more adventurous. You would make further and further out gambles as to what you would dream. Woo. And finally, you would dream of where you are now. You would dream the dream of living the life you were actually living today. That would be within the infinite multiplicity of choices you would have. Of playing that you weren't God. Because the whole nature of the God, according to this idea, is to play that he is not. Silence. The first thing he says to himself is, man, get lost. Rock. And that's where we'll stop for today. Woo woo! Party people! Get it done. Whew. Out of breath. Let's listen to that once, mark it once, and then we're going to go for it.
Of time, or any length of time you wanted to have. And you would naturally, as you began on this adventure of dreams, you would fulfill all your wishes. That was pretty great. But now let's let's have something is going to happen to me that I don't know what it's going to be.
Here we go. I'm just gonna mark it.
And you would dig that and come out of that and say, wow, that was a close shave, wasn't it? And then you would get more and more adventurous, and you would make further and further out gambles as to what you would dream. And finally, you would dream where you are now. You would dream the dream of living the life that you are actually living today. That would be within the infinite multiplicity of choices you have, of playing that you weren't God. Because the whole nature of the Godhead, according to this idea, is to play that he's not. The first thing he says to himself is, man, get lost.
Aha, nice!
Because he gives himself
I'm assuming
away.
you all did really good. Let's go ahead and just run it a couple times and we'll call it a day.
Throwing yourself out, as in, for example, in basketball, well, something is going to happen to me that I don't know what it's going to be. And you would dig that and come out of that and say, wow, that was a close shave, wasn't it? And then you would get more and more adventurous, and you would make further and further out gambles as to what you would dream. And finally, you would dream where you are now. You would dream the dream of living the life that you are actually living today. That would be within the infinite multiplicity of choices you have, of playing that you weren't God. Because the whole nature of the Godhead, according to this idea, is to play that he's not. The first thing he says to himself is, man, get lost.
Woo! Nice!
Because he
All
gives
right,
himself away.
last time, best time. Here we go. Thank you so much for your hard work today, everyone.
Throwing yourself out, as in, for example, in basketball, you would dig that and come out of that and say, wow, that was a close shave, wasn't it? And then you would get more and more adventurous, and you would make further and further out gambles as to what you would dream. And finally, you would dream where you are now. You would dream the dream of living the life that you are actually living today. That would be within the infinite multiplicity of choices you have, of playing that you weren't God. Because the whole nature of the Godhead, according to this idea, is to play that he's not. The first thing he says to himself is, man, get lost.
Woo! Nice work
Because he gives
today,
himself
everyone.
The nature of life.
I'm out of breath, as usual. But thank you so much for dancing with me today. I had such a great time, as always. I can't wait to wrap up this material with you guys soon, and then you can show me the whole thing if you learned the whole thing, and just film the sections that I didn't teach when you find those in the music with your own movement. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day. Love you.